Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the next teaching. Today, we are going to talk about something we use a lot at our clinic. We focus a lot on biophysics, or often called bioenergetics. And most of you probably have never heard any of this or this type of terminology. So let's go right to what is biophysics and bioenergetics? And like I said, this word is used interchangeably. Biophysics, science that applies approaches and methods traditionally used in physics to the study of biological phenomena. So in other words, look at these two key words. It's the field of physics applied to biology. That means the body. And then they give you this nice long definition, covers a broad scale of biological organization from molecular to organ level, biochemistry, molecular biology, physical chemistry, nanotechnology, bioengineering. I mean, it just goes on and on. But the key words here, physics and biology. Now, that's a more scientific term. The term that has probably been around longer is bioenergetics, a multidisciplinary health system focused on the flow of energy throughout the cells in the body. It focuses on energy transformation and energy exchanges in between living things and their environment. It can help highlight the root cause of stress in humans and animals, especially if something's out of balance. So in bioenergetics, you have this concept again of energy and the body. So we're going to get into electromagnetism. These are other names that fall under the field of biophysics or bioenergetics. Bioenergetics, of course, we just discussed, energy medicine, energy therapies, laser, light, sound, Chinese medicine, the allophile body, one of our specialties, RIFE, which is a frequency-based therapy, biofeedback, neurofeedback, heart math, energetic testing, touch therapies, magnetic, a pulse magnetic. So that is kind of a definition, or I mean, other names you might find under this field. These are types of modalities that fall under the category of biophysics. And Dr. James here, he's a great guy. He's probably one of the top known researchers in the field. I think he is a medical doctor, but he has studied this. Energy medicine is a diagnostic and therapeutic use of energy. Now, most people in our field can't say that. We're not allowed to use those words. He can because he's a medical doctor. Heat, light, sound, gravity, pressure, vibration, electricity, magnetism, chemical energy, electromagnetism, base forces that surround and permeate us. Energy medicine includes a whole range of hands-on methods, hands-off methods, energy techniques, and devices. Energy medicine involves the energy of particular frequencies, intensities, wave shapes, and other characteristics that stimulate the repair and regeneration of one or more tissues. Beautiful definition. So we use all that stuff. And of course, guess what? All that stuff is found in nature. Now, here's the next one. This is just talking about the electromagnetic spectrum. And this is a video that we're going to put it below. We're going to have a link so you can watch this video, but it explains the electromagnetic spectrum. And probably everyone's heard this, that almost everything is measured in frequency or wavelength, and everything that really exists falls on this spectrum somewhere. Right here in this little range here is visible light. And then you have power and telephones, radio, TV, microwaves, X-rays, and this is the ionizing radiation on this side of this big line, and everything on this line is non-ionizing radiation, meaning this heats your tissues, this does not. So watch that video for a little bit more. How does the body communicate in the concept of biophysics? Well, it's like a radio. It is electromagnetism and light communicating in the body through frequency. And when you look at telecommunications, you have two things. You have in-phase coherence and you have out-of-phase incoherence. So you want to be in-phase coherent, and I think everyone understands this. If you're talking to someone and you say they're coherent, it means you can understand and they're talking in a way that is understandable, right? If you say this person's incoherent, it's like you don't know what they're saying. They probably don't know what they're saying. And that's improper communication. Either the message isn't completely received, or it's misunderstood, or it's distorted. We do not want incoherence in the body on any level. So this is something we test for to see. Is your body working coherently or incoherently? And then we do things to enhance the coherence. The levels of organizational structure or structural organization. Everything in the white is what you clearly see in any anatomy, physiology, or biology book. And this is the only thing that modern medicine really talks about. They start at the chemical level. And what this chart is saying is chemicals come together to form cells, and cells form tissues, and tissues form organs, and your organs come together to form organ systems, and all your organ systems working together form you. That is all hardware, physical, matter, what's seen. Problem with this model is it's missing the most fundamental first level in yellow. And that is the informational electromagnetic communication level. And this level is the level of the body that has to do with the software, energy, frequency, the things that are unseen in the body that are driving the physical. Okay, and this is what supplies the life-sustaining energy and the information for the body to work. This is another small, fairly, maybe 5-10 minute video that really shows how electromagnetism affects the body. They're going to demonstrate how sound, light actually affects the body. It's a really cool video. It's going to be a link down below. Please watch it so you can get an understanding of how these things like frequencies can affect physical matter. Energetic signatures and frequencies. So in this field, we use the word frequency generically, and you've probably heard it said, everything has a frequency. Well, that's kind of true, kind of not. Oxygen is a frequency, hydrogen is a frequency. But when two hydrogen and one oxygen come together, that forms water, a more complex molecule. That more complex molecule actually has an energetic signature. And you can see up in this corner, an energetic signature is like a fingerprint, an energetic fingerprint. Water is the only substance that has that specific energetic signature. So if you know the energetic signatures to substances, you can test them and be sure you're identifying that substance versus another. So everything we do has to do with energetic signatures or frequencies, depending on if it's complex or simple. And that includes everything from testing to actual therapy. And of course, how imprints work, our frequency imprints, and almost all of our frequency therapies we use, when you're using frequency only, so you're using energetics, it all works by this destructive and constructive interference. Those are two types of wave interference. And in destructive interference, you have noise cancellation technology. Constructive interference is where something gets stronger, louder, better. So anything in the body we want to improve, we use the exact same waveform, and that makes it better, or the exact same energy signature. Anything in the body we don't want, we're going to invert that waveform and that energetic signature. And when that hits the one in your body, it's either going to completely dissolve it or allow the body to kick it out. So things we don't want in the body that aren't supposed to be there, heavy metals, parasites, destructive interference. Tissues we want to strengthen, constructive interference. And really, in a nutshell, that is bioenergetics and biophysics. I will see you in the next training.